In this video, I want to quickly go over a few other types that we can use for the input element. First one being the date. So label for birthday, and input type equals date. Just adding in that input type equals date, it's going to give us a date field that we can use, and it has some default layout going on with it. You can click in here, enter a date, or you can use the drop down. And now that I've entered a date, it's defaulting to, in this calendar pop-up, what date I had set. If I click this X, it's going to reset it. And when I open it up, it's going to give me the date that it is right now. And I can click on any of these dates and it's going to fill that in, give me that format that I want so that I have a date field. It's not going to let me enter any text into these fields. So it helps you get a little bit of validation with that date. You can click into one of these pieces and it's going to have these steps already coded in for you. And you might have noticed when I was going through the day, it's only going through a certain number of days. So if I go for February, it's still going to let me put February 31st. But when I go to submit this, it's not going to allow it. It's got a little bit of validation there. It knows that there are not 31 days in February. There's not 30 days in February. There were 29 days this February. So it's allowing that. So now we can enter in something maybe that wasn't a leap year. So 2/29, 2019. Try to submit that. We still have to fill in this field. And it's telling us to enter a value field because 2019 was not a leap year. So it's doing some of that validation for you. You don't have to worry about it. That's kind of nice. It's helping you out a little bit. There are a lot of things that you can use later on that do some leap year checking for you if you just want somebody to be able to hand enter the date. But having some of this built-in validation is really nice. Another field that I want to look at real quick, another field type, is going to be the color field. So label for fave color, favorite color, and input type equals color. ID equals fave color. Name equals fave color. And I'm going to go ahead and add these, the ID and name, into this field real quick before I forget. ID equals birthday and name equals birthday. The date field, you can use a min and max attribute and some other things with that so that you can set default values and set some limits on what somebody can enter in there. You don't have to, but you can. It all depends on what you need that field for. Now the color field, it's going to give us a color picker, and the default value for that color picker is going to be black or hashtag 000000 here. We can see that. If you want to change that value or that default value, you can. If you do that, it has to be a 7-digit hexadecimal notation. So the hashtag and whatever hexadecimal value you want to have that default to. So when I save that, refresh my page, it's going to default to this green color. You don't have to have it default to anything. But when you pull up this color picker, we can see it pulls this up. It has my value here selected already because that's the one that I just put in as the default value. You can go in here and change a lot of these numbers. You don't see the hexadecimal value here. There are some plugins that you could see that if you wanted to. It's up to you what you need the user to be able to do. But then when you click OK, it changes what color is selected there. So that's a good way if you need somebody to select a color, they can do that, and you can get whatever that hexadecimal value is so that you can recreate that color somewhere else.